It's a beautiful French evening and I get a chance once again to have a walk around Gigantica with my mate Danny Turley. This time, Dan, the subject, the do's and don'ts and the common mistakes of people visiting France. Yeah. Firstly,
don't bait up for baiting up's sake.
Right.
It seems to be, if you're not catching, just pile more bait in. Absolute waste of money and time.
Yep.
Once you put it in, you can't take it out. Assess the situation. If you've got bream movement or even better carp, then bait up. But don't just pile it in for the sake of it.
Yeah.
You know, you're just killing yourself.
So people turn up, they think, right, I'm in France. Obviously, I have to put loads of bait out because that's the only way I'm going to catch them.
Exactly, because it's full of 50-pounders. And they're going to catch hundreds of them.
Yeah.
And they've watched the DVD, and that's what has happened on the DVD, because they're fishing at the prime times of the year, with a lot of fish in front of them and good anglers who have assessed the situation.
Yeah.
They're not turning up in March, where the fish have just woken up for their winter hibernation.
Yeah.
You know, these guys are turning up in March, April, they're piling 10, 20 kilos of boilies in.
Yeah.
Oh, we're going to rip it to pieces.
Yep.
Sorry, lads, you ain't. Not now. You've just killed yourself.
So think carefully, take your time, assess the situation, and don't go overboard. Like you say, you can put it in, but you can't take it out.
Exactly.
Right, bang on. Right, moving on to the subjects of rigs, and more importantly, rig safety. I've seen that board you've got back in the hut, which is a bit about the do's and don'ts. Tell me a bit about that.
Well, we've got 4 rigs on there, all the successful rigs that catch the majority of the fish, just to give the anglers an idea of what they should be trying to achieve. But more importantly, we've got a section of line on there of some of the angling equipment we don't want to see on the line above the lead systems.
Because there are some absolute shockers out there, isn't there? You must find some terrors.
Absolute killer rigs. On the piece of line, we've got lead shot that's been pinched on.
So that's behind the lead system?
Yeah, behind the lead tubing.
So someone might have a lead clip on or a running rig, and there's a shot pinched on the line, can't come off.
Yep, 2-3 foot up the line.
Yep.
And because we ban lead core, a lot of these things they're putting on their line are sort of weight orientated.
Yeah.
So like split shot that's been pinched on with a pair of pliers so it can never move. Sinkers, putty, some sort of stop knot with putty on it.
Yeah.
And there's no way, obviously, if you crack off, once that fish, obviously if fish have got no hands, they can't pull the lead off the lead clip.
Yeah.
That lead is tethered to them from that piece of terminal tackle they've put up on the line.
And with the trees and snags here, some of these big fish could end up going in there. They've got 4 foot of line towing off the back of them.
Yeah.
And it lassoes round a tree, and with all intents and purposes, that could kill them, couldn't it?
Yeah. Well, when we dived it last year, we found a carcass tethered to a piece of lead core that was in some sort of root system that had rotted. The fish had obviously gone there for a sulk after it had been caught. Yep. The lead core had got snagged up in the snag, and that was it. The fish was tethered, dead.
Yeah. Now, right, so we know that rig safety has been let down by a lot of people.
Yeah.
So hopefully we're trying to cure that. Spares, the things that people run out of on trips to France.
Well, most people don't bring hardly anything here, amazingly. They all want to buy their leaders, their hooks, their hook length, and luckily we stock all the products. Yeah. But it's amazing that the people come out here, they know they're coming for a week.
And that's everywhere in France, isn't it? They go to these holiday venues
and they expect to be able to buy what they need on the lakeside, which is fine if the shop's got stock, or it's even got the stuff you want. But a lot of the time, they've just come in unprepared.
So it's the basic things like line, leaders, hook links.
Leads.
Hooks.
Yeah. Do your homework, find out what you need to be using before you come, and bring plenty of it. You can always take it home.
Yeah.
You know, it's the best way.
Now, the biggest thing I always worry about is when newcomers come to places like this, they're obsessed with tinkering all the time.
Yeah.
What do you say about that? Do you fish a nice, long, solid session, or do you fish 7 individual nights?
For me, and for here, it's a long session.
Yeah.
It's a proven method. Turn up, comfortable where you're fishing.
So a comfortable range, yeah?
Find what's comfortable for you within the realms of your swim
that
you're happy to fish to and that you think you've got a chance. Bait up and continually work the swim. Here, the worst thing you could do is spend 2 days in one area, think, oh no, I've seen a fish over there. Move your rods, cast into another spot.
Then they come back into that
because they'll only visit what you've left. And if you move your rods continuously, you'll just be leapfrogging the fish and pulling your hair out, basically. It'd be such a frustrating time for you.
Yeah, and a total waste of their money.
Yes,
there you
total waste.
Well, a few great pointers from Mr. Turtle. Follow them and you won't go far wrong.